Our soloist in the November 4th and 5th concerts is this extraordinary young pianist named Conrad Tao, who is making a huge career for himself all over the world. In fact, we had to move these opening concerts so he could play in Germany with the Staatskapelle Orchestra. And that's why our concerts open a little later than they normally would. He's playing the Schumann Piano Concerto, which is in itself one of the great love stories in all of the history of music. Schumann wrote this piece for his beloved wife, Clara. Clara Schumann was one of the great pianists, a virtuoso pianist, a child prodigy pianist, who met Schumann when he was a student, a much older person living in their home. She fell in love with him. He kind of rejected her at that very early age. Eventually, life brought them together. Schumann himself could no longer be a pianist because his mental instability caused him to do things with his hands that in practicing, in pushing himself hard, that made it impossible for him to play the piano after a while. But she had a fabulous career, and so he wrote this piece with, I think, two major agendas for her. Number one, to show off her virtuoso technique. We hear that at the very beginning of the piece. And number two, to write this extraordinary, elevated and elongated love song of a concerto. And because it is that kind of a piece, there's a tremendous amount of dialogue between the solo piano and the orchestra. Orchestra may be representing Robert, and the piano, obviously, Clara, and she played the world premiere in 1845. And it starts off with both of those elements, beginning with a flashy orchestral downbeat and a flashy virtuoso passage in the piano, and then settling into the first of many gorgeous Schumann songs as only Schumann could write them. Brilliant piano writing. And then this first of many gorgeous melodies played here by the oboe. Then the piano takes it up, singing that love song back to the orchestra. And it's just heartwarming, simple, and intimate. Then they sing it together. So that's just a little bit of a sample of what happens in the first movement. Second movement is even more of a dialogue, this time starting off with the piano and just little bits of phrases back and forth until it turns into a love song once again. Slow movement of the Schumann Piano Concerto. Piano, orchestra, Clara. Robert and the orchestra, woven back and forth in the most wonderfully intimate way. Third movement of the Schumann Piano Concerto is a flashy rondo in a brilliant sort of waltz tempo. It's got triumph, it's got regalness, and it's got flashy piano playing, and then always, never straying very far from Robert Schumann's lyricism. Very grand. Piano has the first full statement of the tune. Schumann's concerto is one of the great, most technically demanding, most brilliant virtuoso piano parts for any of the concertos, but it does have a quality of Robert Schumann's songwriting that nobody else could ever do. So we look forward to performing this piece with the extraordinary Conrad Tao at our November 4th and 5th concerts, and we will see you there.